gonna get all the viewpoints and then we'll have a look at the map of Boston. And the interesting thing is that they give you the instructions every time you have the lockpicking. Like, they have to remind the player every single time you pick a lock. Because the mechanic is just so weird and unintuitive. Like, you have to move the mouse left and right slowly, and then you have to slowly move the mouse up and down, and then you have to spam the buttons. It's the strangest thing. Okay, so there's a graveyard. There's a graveyard in this side of town. Interesting. Can we look at the graves? Nope. They don't have anything to say. No, there's nothing we can read. Alright, so there's a graveyard back here. That's interesting. What's back there? That's the fort. Alright, that's interesting too. And then the soldiers are back here in their tents. Sad day for these guys. Trees. We can't climb the trees, right? Alright, come on. Well, we're running. I think they've made this town full scale. Remember how in all the previous Assassin's Creed games, all the towns have been smaller than real size? I think they made this town full size. And I say that because we spend a lot of time running. We spend a lot of time running. So I suspect this is actually a full-scale town. I appreciate they made it full-scale, but I'm not appreciating the amount of running we're doing. How do I get up there? How do I... Because these diagonal things, can I just go up the diagonal things? Oh, I can. Amazing. Another thing that doesn't seem obvious. Why is there like a bucket up here? Alright, so from this viewpoint, is that down there? Have we been there before? Not sure. I think we have. I did not click that. Let me just come over here and... There's a custom marker there. Why is that? Let me get all these viewpoints along the way. I pressed the wrong button again. Let me get all these viewpoints. So this is like the outskirts of town. There's the harbor down there. That's most of it. Alright, well, there you go. Hay pile. $300 meters. Yeah, I think this is full size. I think they made a full size town. If not full size, then definitely bigger in scale than any of the previous Assassin's Creed towns. That is obvious. That's a lot of glass. How did they afford so much glass on the other side of the Atlantic? I think that's too much glass actually. If you look at all the other windows, the panels of glass are much smaller. Like you see windows like that. It's a big window, but it's made of a lot of small pieces of glass. I think that other window was not accurate historically, because the glass was just way too big. Like this. I don't think this is historically accurate. Like this giant piece of glass there. All the buildings look pretty much the same. They're slightly different, they're not exactly the same, but they're mostly the same. Curious. Well, I guess there's slightly difference. How are you climbing that? There's nothing to hold on to. What on earth is going on? Look at this. He's holding on to nothing. Alright, synchronize. He's standing on nothing, by the way. Alright, viewpoint synchronized. And I guess the next one is there. There's still some missing pieces of the map in between. Alrighty. There's the next viewpoint. And we are going to ignore the quest until I get all these viewpoints at least. Alright, here we go. Why is it an arrow? I don't understand what this is. Okay, where's the hay pile? There it is. And we can see the next viewpoint already on the map, so let's just go there. Oh, it's right here. Wow, that's close. There's two viewpoints right next to each other. So there's that building there, and then this building here. Fascinating. Alright. I don't really know what you'd see here that you couldn't see from there, because it's basically the same spot, but okay. What is this? Vigilantes? What does that mean? Interactive conversation? What does vigilantes mean? The vigilantes are like... I don't know where they are. What does it mean?
Rumors circulate that the
Vigilantes? These guys? Hi? Apparently nothing. I'm sure we'll get a tutorial on those guys later on. But they're there in the game. This is an open building, curious. And there's an interactive conversation. Not with that guy. Where is this interactive conversation? There's an interactive... Oh, here? Well, we found one of your pages, bro.
Hello again.
more almanac pages.
Well, not quite. It's a treatise, actually.
Oh? Concerning what?
The benefits of taking an older woman as a lover.
Really? This I'd like to hear.
First and most obvious, they're wiser. And so this makes for far more stimulating conversation. Makes other things more stimulating as well, but more on that in a moment.
All right. Your argument for experience makes some sense.
Second, when beauty fades, women must improve their utility, lest they be discarded and forgotten. Rare is an old woman who is not also kind, compassionate, and good.
That's something of a generalization.
But also true. Now, on to the third. Older women cannot conceive, which means one less thing over which to fret. In fact, you also decrease the chance of acquiring something like the French pox, its presence clearly visible, or the woman dead.
And should one desire a child?
Then make a young woman your wife. Let the older one be a mistress. And that brings me to my fourth point. With age comes prudence. An older woman is less likely to reveal your indiscretions.
Yes. I suppose you know quite a bit about that.
And proud of it, thank you. As to the fifth reason, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms. The lower parts continuing to the last as plump as ever, so that covering all above with a basket, and regarding only what is below the girdle, it is impossible of two women to know an old from a young one. And as in the dark all cats are gray, the pleasure of corporal enjoyment with an old woman is at least equal and frequently superior, every knack being by practice capable of improvement.
You mad bastard!
Well, it's true, and believe me, I should know. I've sampled a great many. You should try one as well. Like a fine wine, they only improve with age. Although I suppose if left unattended too long, some have a tendency to sour. And that, my friend, is a most unpleasant experience. Better to work in a field often plowed, you know?
Is there more?
Indeed, indeed. The sixth is this. The sin is less. To take a maidenhead is a great responsibility. Mishandled, it can ruin lives. No such risk with an older woman. And this implies the seventh. Younger women are more given to compunction. Anxiety and unease are not present in the more aged and experienced. And as to the last of my reasons, well, it's really quite simple. Older women are so very grateful for the attention.
You make a compelling argument, Mr. Franklin. I might just have to run a few tests myself.
I highly recommend it.
And welcome to 18th century sexism, boys and girls.
Mein Herr would like...
I mean, it's not the worst thing I can think of that they could have said, but it was a really long conversation. I can't afford this. It's a pretty good sword though. Oh, this is not bad. French cutlass? I don't know, it's like the price doesn't seem to correspond to the stats. I don't really understand how that works. But like this one seems really good, except that it's small. Speed combo damage. I don't know how that... I don't know. Should I buy it? I should buy it. Let's buy it. Firearms. I have a flintlock pistol and I can't buy anything else. Alright, never mind. Did I actually buy it? I didn't buy it, did I? Buy... Confirm. I mean, a couple of dudes talking about women like they're... I don't know. Like they're just objects, literally just kind of objectifying women. It doesn't really put Old Ben in a good light, does it? I mean, I understand it's just the kind of thing that happens. And you know, back in the 18th century, Old Ben's attitude would be quite progressive. But we're not in the 18th century anymore, so it's not really something you should celebrate anymore because we've moved on from that. You know, it's like Washington telling you he doesn't whip his slaves as much as some other people, but you know, he still had slaves. It's not something, it's like we don't celebrate that about Washington anymore. We celebrate his other achievements, you know what I mean? There's a viewpoint there, but there's also a page back where we had the quest. Maybe I should try and catch that page again, if it's there. Why would you do that? Let me try that again. Look, there's a thing right there you can jump onto, right? I was running this way. That's what I wanted. Alright, so is the page here? Like, does the page respawn when I walk away and come back? Or is it gone? Okay, this is the wrong... I need to catch this page. Just need to... No, shut up! Leave me alone. There's the page. There's the page there. Should I just jump for it? I'm just gonna jump for it. And of course I didn't catch the page. This page mechanic is just... I don't know, there it is. This page mechanic is so... like, that thing is so difficult to catch. Where is it going? Where is it going? Where is it? I don't even... Where's it gone? It's gone to the other side of the road. How on earth are you supposed to catch this thing? And it's gone. Of course it's gone.